This was our last hike in Sedona, the Jim Thompson Trail. We weren't sure which hike we wanted to pick for our last one. We had tried to do the Jim Thompson Trail before, but all these riverbeds that you're seeing, they were surging, so we really couldn't cross. But obviously at this point, a lot of that water had receded and we were able to make our way without any trouble at all. The Jim Thompson Trail is accessible in a couple of spots. The Brins Mesa trailhead is probably the main spot that people would use. We tried to find a spot a little before there. There's 2 or 3 parking spots that are right at the other trailhead access for Jim Thompson Trail. Those spots were full. We made our way to the Brins Mesa trailhead. That parking lot was full. It took us some time before we found a parking spot, but eventually we did. Now, this is a trail that actually I was quite surprised. It was much nicer than I expected, and very few people take this trail. I think during our entire 4 or 5 hours that we were out here, we might have bumped into 3 or 4 people. No cyclists, just a few hikers, although there will be a segment of this trail that we crossed where we saw some rock climbers. Steamboat Rock, which will come into view shortly, is part of the cluster of mountains that you see in this area. So this is giving you a panoramic view of what the rocks look like. Steamboat Rock is just to the right here as we're panning. And on the other side of that mountain, there's a pretty sharp vertical ascent, and there were a number of climbers there. Lorraine tried to grab a shot of them. This is where they were, but they were too far away. But the entire time that we were hiking, I think they were trying to scale that part of the mountain. So we really enjoyed the trail. It was a nice way to end our time in Sedona. Back in Canada now, have been back in Canada for a few weeks, and certainly miss the incredible vistas that we enjoyed every day that we were there. Just a beautiful part of the country. So this was the end of the hike. We had to go back, so it's the same, but there was a beautiful day.